So the saying that I heard at school was keep your head down, work hard, and you'll be fine in life. So basically, do your coursework, pass your exams, and don't worry about the future. How many of us got told that? I see many people coming through our service where we work and friends who have lots of qualifications but no experience and struggling to get employment. With more and more people staying on in further and higher education, does this trend match the needs of the employment market? What is it that employers really want? Is it the right qualifications or the right attitude? Is it experience in the workplace or the classroom? And does having the right qualifications really stand you out from the crowd? I believe that it's experience that counts, not just qualifications, and that we need to be telling students this. I studied occupational therapy, which is a medical profession which helps people to live their lives when they have a mental or physical difficulty that might have prevented them from doing so. So as I started my degree, there was lots of placements as part of that. And I knew from the outset that I wasn't there just to get my degree. It was about gaining that experience. Whilst I was studying, I developed a real interest in working with the homeless. Now, if I applied that saying, keep your head down, work hard, and you'll be fine in life, I'd have concentrated on just getting my degree, making sure I passed all my exams, did all my coursework. And this would have been to the detriment of my future career. Luckily, I had some tutors around me who encouraged me to get experience, to take OT to new areas. And this came in the form of volunteering and work placements. Because I wasn't just becoming an occupational therapist. I was becoming a professional with lots of skills. Skills acquired over many weeks of volunteering or work placements. Skills such as assessing, planning, understanding mental health, taking an holistic view. And when I went to my first job interview in a homeless hostel in London, they didn't know what occupational therapy was. Most people think it's something to do with occupational health, or that we just give out handrails and toilet frames. And they certainly didn't care about the time I almost got top grades in my coursework. They wanted to know what experience had I got. And I believe that by focusing on gaining experience, gaining skills, and not just qualifications, that the doors open to me in terms of employment were vast. Let's take teachers as another example. Teachers have lots of skills. Teachers aren't just teachers. They're hard workers, they're planners, they're multitaskers, behavioural experts with niches in arts, maths, science, whatever it might be. So by focusing on those skills and those niches, when you go for a job interview, you can use your niche to help you stand out. Or say you want a career change, you can harness and capitalise on those skills to show that you're not just a teacher. So I work for an organisation called LEAP. We're a social enterprise. We help people who have faced some sort of challenge in their life, some disadvantage, and we empower them back into work. We see many people who have got qualifications, and actually there's funding for them to get more. But they were still struggling to get employment because they have that barrier of having that recent work experience. So we developed an enterprise called The Feed. The Feed is a catering company that offers work experience, whether it's developing new skills or learning, improving on the skills that people already have. And we saw great success from early on with people gaining employment as a direct result. Some through being talent spotted at events, and others just having that up-to-date experience on their CV. We also had qualifications as part of this program at first, but we cut them down because we realised that employers were more interested in, did someone have up-to-date experience and the right attitude? Now, we're not just seeing this in the catering sector. Recently, early this year, the international publishing company, Penguin Random House, removed the degree filter from their jobs. Neil Morrison, who's the HR director, said there was growing evidence that there's simply no correlation between having a degree and the ongoing performance in work. He added that within their company, the brightest talents came from a range of backgrounds and not simply the top universities. So employers are realising that an employee's success is not just down to having the right qualification, it's their attitude and experience that counts. Now, often in schools, we get a different message, a concerning message in the school's desperation for the top grades. They send a message to the academic student that if you work hard, you get your qualifications, there'll be a job for you at the end. And to the struggling student, that your career is over before it's even started if you don't have the grades. And these messages are wrong on both accounts. So many leave education feeling a failure, feeling stuck if there isn't that job for them at the end, and unprepared for the workplace. I believe if education is about setting students up for life, then we need to get students to be asking, what experience do I need? What skills do I need to develop for my future career? Not just how do I get the top grades. I believe this shift in attitude would set up young people much better for the workplace in that ever-changing career landscape where a job is no longer for life. I believe that we need to be encouraging students to think about that experience. Now, if we want to change this shift in attitude in young people, I first believe that we need to change the focus of the curriculum. I believe that every qualification should have some vocational edge, whether it's a year in industry, a work placement, or job shadowing. Students can learn much more just than experience, but also that professionalism in the workplace, and working with others and getting along in a team. There are many people out there who have qualifications that have little or no bearing on their careers. If young people have that experience in the workplace early on, they can hopefully have that advice around what do I need for my further and higher education, and actually avoid any unnecessary education. I believe that schools can make partnerships as well with local employers and young professionals. They can learn from other people's mistakes, hear their stories. And so those professionals can also act as mentors and coaches and really support people into the workplace, helping them put a plan together for their future and not just in enrichment weeks. The other thing, at LEAP, we run courses on how to access the hidden job market, so through volunteering or through networking. But can schools be teaching this at an earlier stage so that people know this when they leave education? But you might be thinking, what can we do now? What can teachers do now? Well, teachers can speak hope, and they can speak a message that says that we believe in you and your dreams and your plans, whether you're a struggling student or whether you've got dreams and plans for the future. So I'm going to tell you a story about Monty Roberts. Monty was a son of a travelling horse trainer. He missed a lot of education because of this. But Monty had a dream and a plan. He wanted to own a horse ranch in the future. He gave that plan in to his teacher as a piece of coursework. And she gave that back to him with an F. And she said, "This is an unrealistic dream from a boy from your background." Monty thought about this, and he gave that assignment back in, making no changes. And he said, "You can keep your F, and I'll keep my dream." The teacher later visited his horse ranch when he had everything that he had planned to have, and she apologized for being a dream stealer. Let us not steal the dreams of young people, but let us be encouragers, supporters, and influencers to young people. If young people don't complete education for whatever reason, they need to know that there's still hope. There's another chance that if they work hard and they have the right attitude, that they can succeed in life. So let's go back to the original question, are qualifications really worth it? Well, qualifications are one mechanism for learning. Some jobs require it, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer. But they alone are not good enough. That saying, keep your head down, work hard, and you'll be fine in life, is dangerous both for the academic and for the struggling student. The academic student needs to know that qualifications aren't necessarily a passport to success in life. And the struggling student needs to know that there is still hope after formal education. So what can we do as a group of people here? Well, we can speak hope to people, like I said. So let's change that saying. Instead of work hard, keep your head down, and you'll be fine in life, what about dream big, but plan carefully? Keep your chin up and smile at challenges. Work hard and embrace every experience, and then you'll be fine in life. Thank you.